I actually starting a new game, Final Fantasy 14 Online. Just want to try something a little new and different from what I have been playing. So, made a character. I started out, we're going to see how this goes. It's a very lore-heavy, lore-rich game. How this plays out. Alright? Perfect. We are. What did I just do there? Alright. Now it starts. This game's gonna involve a lot of reading. Oi! You alright, lass? Okay, you look drunk. You're moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of this ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the ether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to this stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Valbrand now, which is chock full of etherites. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Erg, might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa still a far way off, in case you were wondering, seeing as you're awake and all. How's what you keep me company till we get there? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see. Any road, Brennan's the name, and Pedlin's me trade. Smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? A massive fortune. Oh yeah. Fortunate. Well, it's a dream we've all had at one time or another. Once you're learning to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering guild tickles your fancy. Limsa Lominsa is renowned for its smithies and armorers, not to mention its fisher folk. And then there's its cooks, of course. Adventuring ain't just about killing things after all. A peaceful pastime may well help make you your fortune. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Ships off to starboard bow. Pirate colors. Pirates, bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lominsan colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. Yeah, can rest easy, friends. We've made it out to cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa, Lominsa? Yes, it is. It is. Well then, let this journey itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa Lominsa prides itself in being Eorzea's foremost naval power. It weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Heh. Of course, most folks ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like the pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagan are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah, at long last, land ho! Behold, Limsa Lominsa, the nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Lameline, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Lotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Because the sort of storied personage I can brag, become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage, till sea swallows all.
I would argue that voice is the same guy that does the voiceovers for World of Warcraft. The intro. Seriously. There's Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, you there. I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Ah, an adventure fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, the bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Lotano Sea. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Alright, hold on a second. I'm going to set up, and while doing so, we can talk. Alright, we're good. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of the camera. When you're ready to proceed, speak to Riceflow. heavy swing. Alright. So, let me see here. Give me a minute. So, people kind of wonder why I'm doing this. And, well, the thing is, I can't say I got bored with Star Wars Old Republic, because I didn't, because I'm still doing that. We've still got our bounty hunter Malachite Kid. Still got him going through the galaxy, bountying people. But I said I'm looking at something a little different, a little unique, and step outside of the common lines. Part of it's because I just wanted to branch out and do a few different things. Try and increase my reach to people out there watching videos and fans, and create more fans and create a bigger following. The first pro lesson I learned is when you have a lot of friends, particularly friends who don't follow Facebook, and you talk to them on Facebook, you act on Facebook, a lot of times they don't, they always come over to something like, say, you know, to watch video on Facebook, on YouTube, when you put it out there, or follow your channel. They try and ask them to. So I figured if I try something different and go with a couple of different games, maybe it's my audience will broaden. So there will be Final Fantasy 14. There will be Star Wars Old Republic. We'll probably go back to World of Warcraft. Cards, doing a video on cards again. We'll probably be doing, like I said, doing my video I have, which I refer to as talking. Get that started as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on, plus the new job, and well, fortunately, got into a car accident a few nights ago, so I don't have a car. So taking a bus, good old transit. All right. By that being said, let's get started and see where this takes us. I thank y'all for the ride. This should be fun. Alright. Rice flow. To recognize as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa Lominsa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. Oh, that's pleasurable, isn't it? That's how you greet a new person, you moron. So before you do anything else, get yourself down to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. That way. It's not far. Just head straight down the street and speak with Brayfar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Badron. He's the proprietor of the wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. I've begun a quest. So, okay. Use the to-do list to help you complete your task. That's the quest track over here. This is obviously. Alright, let's get started. Alright, Lieutenant Brayfar. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow Lift here will take you there. Take the Crow's Lift. Yes. Crow's Lift, alright. Speaking of that, oh yeah. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll grab something to drink here, peoples, okay? 1 second. Welcome fire. Alright, ready. Greetings to you, lass. I'm not gonna get regular accent out of me. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for a drink, are ye? Ye've come with a mind to try your hand at venturing, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Bedron, and this most hospital of hostilleries is the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also the home of the Venturers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specially for Anlin Guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Venturers have a knack for finding trouble, you see. Not that they need it in these parts, an account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they were planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Pretty straightforward. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them? After everything that's happened, Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes sense. Makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks that saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. The foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the tale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's a group of adventurers that laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink, when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, this God's damned calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture the damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it. By the way, give or take no gull. And this what's got people calling these arrows the warriors of light. If Limsa ever gonna put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need ventures to help banish the fear. gonna need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them, and that's why any aid we can give to adventure is effortless. What say you, lass? Be willing to lend us your strength? Thanks to ye, Navigator and all. I knew she steered you my way for a reason. Actually, the big dumb wolf downstairs did, or whatever. But listen to me, Yadrin, unlike a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time you got your mark in the book. Put your scrawl right there. Right. Alisterios Canaria, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations. You're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You, their adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? Well, that tests me. The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and some witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friend's signals, were you? Hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong lass. This fine, upstanding young lady is me dear departed grandma's sister's, niece's, cousin's closest companion. The last wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye. You make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times, me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say ye to a tankard of me finest ale afore ye return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Multhor, but I don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spat of kidnappings, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken a clap of irons on everyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personally, though. Us Lominsons can headstrong bunch of bastards, 'tis true. But give it time, we'll grow and eat. Now where was I? Aye. Oh aye. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after few too many black belly whiskeys. Now take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning the ways of the city. Yay. This concludes introductory game tutorial. Didn't really teach me much. You have taken your first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Laminsa. Listen well to the wisdom of Baedron Ten Fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Ding! Level 2. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very well versed in the history of the lore of Final Fantasy. My big ascent to Final Fantasy is obviously Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation back in the day. Although my understanding is that they're not really tied together. You ain't gotta play 1 to play 2. You haven't gotta play 2 to play 3. Although I do believe I do have 1 through 7 on my computer. Maybe looking at those one day just for S&Gs. Anyway, if you stick around, we're gonna learn together. We're gonna have a good time doing so. Alright. One more Skittle and let's get started. Ooh, that one's sour. Damn. Hold on again. Baedron. Close to home. Baedron, proprietor of the Joining Wench, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west. You'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device which can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your venturing bits and pieces for sale in the district that lays beyond them, aetheryte. Don't go throwing your gear around just yet though, or you'll be fleeced quicker and you can say, why is my coin purse so light? Have a word with Swole's Blade. Instead, he's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octant and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours. If you join their crew, Lothota at the front desk is the one to get you started. Gotta let Bless seeing to them 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I'd best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go, steadying you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods that look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale a woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit. But you never know when. But you never know what interests and opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninia over yonder has been casting glances at you since you walked in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Aye, you're like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a woman folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you've the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here and the wench. The lads, as bear that title, have some of the fine advice for them that's just starting out on the profession. And that, my girl, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. Hi, nice to meet you. I like long walks in the park and killing shit. To leave the drowning wench, you must accept the quest, making a name by speaking with Ninia. Easy enough. Ninia, a veteran adventurer, has some information that might be of interest to you. Oh, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lass. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa Lominsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. Here, how the plants end up in the mizzenmast, who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is to make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak with Skainrael, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Altskife at the Octet. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. Okay. Spell my assumption this way. Huh. Alright, it is getting way too warm in here. I gotta go put on a shorter shirt and switch it off. Right back. Alright, ready? Let's go. Let's go! You wish to visit Boulder Call below? The crow's lift is ready when you are. Limsa Limsa, the lower decks. Alright. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. Yes. I am a Dulsk. XIV. You have some herbs you wish me to examine? Yes. As you suspected, these are highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than elk lavender, a common enough export from Limsa Lominsa. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, miss. But not to worry. You've learned a few things. I made a new acquaintance. Well met. XIV, captain of the trading ship Orion, has some information that might benefit your standing as an adventurer. Take this one. By way of thanks for delivering me scattered lavender, I have a nugget of information that might prove useful to you. You see, I was recently approached by an unkempt seafarer, which is not, I admit, particularly unusual for a man in my profession. What was unusual was that he offered a generous sum of gil to be introduced to any adventurers I might know. In my experience, sailors are not known to carry such a wealth of coin about their person, especially with the alehouses of Limsa Lominsa so close at hand. Kidnappings have not been uncommon these past moons. I suggest you take this information and speak with Glazrael, the guard who stands at the entrance to East Hawker's Alley. It never hurts to show a spirit of cooperation to the authorities, lass. Ganesham of the Brugger Consortium seeks the services of a conveniently unoccupied adventurer. Excuse me, miss. Might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks, and I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of the Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here in limits of Amansa. You do, however, provide a rather unique service of which the Bulgare Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I would have you deliver this package to the doorman Longward, along with our profuse gratitude. Ah, another novice adventure. Aye, Veteran has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Sundhimmel, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection in the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventure worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Once you've expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transition magic, I'll be here to answer your questions. Alright. We talk a lot. Okay, I learned a spell. You are now attuned with the Aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. Okay. Alright. Next. Here they come. Here they come. Sweetnicks, Beatrice, Gabi, and Crafts in their trade ring. Oh my god, where are you? Sweetnicks makes busy deal with Uplanders. Need delivery letter to gate of meal van, but Sweetnicks has shiver shakes. Uplander walks to gate of meal van from Sweetnicks. Uplander delivers letter to tax lady Katasha. Aha. Well. That is certain news. Your initiative is appreciated, adventure. I'll have the captain place all jackets on high alert. Ah, and while I have your ear, I need you to visit Prelude and tell her the same thing you told me. You'll find her a bit further down East Hawker's Alley. Prelude has frequent dealings with adventurers, so any warning you can give her should soon spread throughout the city. Look at that cat. Fat cat. That works. Now, where's the verse? Swells bleach, black, Blake. I find even to you, madam. Welcome to the most complete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache, ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to celebrate or elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo that recently arrived at the docks. You very gift from Bedron? Whatever it is, whatever could it... Ah, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the winch, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. This is gonna bug me no end. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. and within a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. This guy looks like Fraser Crane. Just saying. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, but it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. Alright. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. I will do that. You, Miss Adventure, I have work for you. I would have you pose as a customer and survey the market's current prices. Surely I did not see you balk at so simple a task. All you need to do is strike up a conversation with the shop owner and glance over their wares. There are 3 merchants that interest me. Iron Thunder, Coyote, Koi and Sunny Hill. Write down all you see on this price list and hand it to the Ben Singh on West Hawker's Alley. He shall reward you for your service. In any case, I promise to keep a sharp lookout for anyone being accosted by strange-looking sailors. Damn! Oh, no, not yet. I did level 3. Home at last, cast your peepers over these beauties, not a proof of rust to be found. Every piece fresh from the forges of Naldik and Vermelis. Thunder. I find even to you, miss. What can I interest you in? Why, you seem interested in almost everything, don't you? Is there another one of those investigators? Well, I have nothing to hide. You're the one that made it, Ellis Swole's blood. Let's have at it then. Nothing wrong with the market as far as I can tell. You oftentimes get pirates selling stolen goods at cutthroat prices, and that drives the numbers down right across Hawker's Alley. Thanks to these reports, though, we can tell at a glance when shady dealings are taking place. Good work, lass. I do what I can. Now the trick becomes, where's everything? Alright. Oh, I'm getting tired. Long day. I'm just lost. I know I just started the game, but I started the game. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Anywho, I was going to say, Bob, you're out. We can get for the night. Okay. I think this is it for now. Log out safely. gonna see how this goes. This first hour or so is done. Introductory, obviously. So you should be starting seeing hopefully 3 to 4 videos a week now. I can get most of them shot Friday, Saturday for production and editing Sunday, posting Mondays, starting on Monday. So for those of you who stuck through this, thank you, I appreciate it. I'll be doing it again soon. Also, if you'd like to contact me, you'll find my links to my socials in the description of the video down below. Also, comment, like, and share it, especially if you like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Leave a comment down below on something you want to see going forward. Some criticism on what I could do better, what I should keep doing. Otherwise, I will probably see you all sometime later on this week. Alright. Sounds good. Have a good night. And talk later. Peace.